Hello and welcome. Today we'll follow the inspiring life of Bill Gates, from a curious boy to a world-changing innovator. This story is great for intermediate English learners and will show how big dreams and hard work can shape the world. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Boy with the Big Curiosity. Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington. He lived in a warm and supportive home with his parents, William and Mary Gates, and two sisters. From an early age, Bill stood out from other children. He was naturally curious and had an unusual hunger for knowledge. While other kids played outside, Bill stayed indoors reading books, sometimes for hours without stopping. By the time he was in 6th grade, he had already read the entire World Book Encyclopedia. His parents recognized his intelligence and encouraged him to explore different subjects. Bill especially loved science, math, and technology. At school, teachers noticed his deep thinking and problem-solving skills. But Bill was also known for being independent and a bit rebellious. He didn't like following traditional rules and often challenged his teachers with tough questions. Everything changed when his school, Lakeside School, bought a computer terminal in 1968. Computers were rare, huge, and very expensive at that time, but Bill was instantly fascinated. He spent countless hours learning to program, even skipping math classes to write code. This was the beginning of his lifelong passion. Chapter 2. Meeting Paul Allen and Building a Dream. At Lakeside, Bill met a slightly older student named Paul Allen. Paul was quiet, smart, and just as obsessed with computers as Bill. They quickly became friends and partners in coding. Together they explored the school's computer system and found ways to improve it. They sometimes hacked into the system, which got them banned for a while, but it also got them noticed. Later, the school allowed them to use their skills to find bugs in the computer system in exchange for more computer time. This gave them more opportunities to learn and practice. By 1972, the two friends created their first business project called Trafo Data. They built a small device that read traffic data and helped cities understand traffic flow. They earned a bit of money and gained real-world experience. This early project taught them how to work as a team and turn ideas into a business. Even after going to different universities, they stayed in touch. Paul attended Washington State University and Bill went to Harvard. In 1975, Paul saw a magazine cover featuring the Altair 8800, the first personal computer. He immediately called Bill and said, "We need to build software for this." Without having an actual Altair, they developed software for it using a simulator and called it BASIC. When the software worked, they knew they were on the edge of something big. They called their new business Microsoft. Chapter 3. Dropping Out and Building Microsoft. Bill was at Harvard, doing well, but he couldn't stop thinking about Microsoft and its possibilities. In late 1975, he made the bold decision to drop out and focus full-time on the company. His parents were concerned, but Bill was confident. He and Paul moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where the Altair company, MITS, was located. They worked day and night, building software, making deals, and growing their small team. They officially registered Microsoft as a company in 1976. Money was tight. They lived modestly, but their passion and determination kept them going. Bill was known for being intense and focused. He read every line of code written by his team and demanded high standards. Their breakthrough came in 1980 when IBM asked Microsoft to create an operating system for its first personal computer. Microsoft didn't have an OS, so they purchased one from another company, made changes, and sold it to IBM as MS-DOS. The deal gave Microsoft a license to sell the software to other companies as well, a key move that helped them dominate the PC industry. Chapter 4. The Rise of Windows and a New Era. MS-DOS was successful, but it was hard for most people to use. In response, Microsoft began developing a more user-friendly interface. In 1985, they launched Windows 1.0. It wasn't an instant hit. Many critics called it slow and buggy. But Bill believed in the vision. He kept improving the product. By 1990, Windows 3.0 was released, featuring better graphics and faster performance. It became a commercial success. More and more personal computers came with Windows pre-installed. By the mid-1990s, Microsoft was the leader in the software industry. Windows 95 changed the game again, offering a modern interface and better connectivity. Microsoft Office became the go-to suite for word processing, spreadsheets, and presentations. Under Bill's leadership, Microsoft grew rapidly. He hired smart people, pushed innovation, and stayed ahead of competitors. He was known for asking tough questions and expecting clear, logical answers from his team. Chapter 5: Challenges and Competition. As Microsoft became more powerful, it attracted criticism. Many accused the company of using its dominance unfairly. In the late 1990s, the U.S. Department of Justice sued Microsoft, claiming it had a monopoly. The case lasted for years. Bill appeared in court and gave interviews defending Microsoft. He looked serious and sometimes frustrated. The trial was a turning point. Though Microsoft wasn't broken up, it had to change its business practices. Meanwhile, new competitors emerged. Apple, which had once struggled, came back strong under Steve Jobs. Google entered the scene with a better search engine. The tech world was changing fast, and Microsoft had to adapt. Bill began to realize that while building Microsoft was a great achievement, his interests were expanding. He wanted to use his time and money for something more meaningful. Chapter 6: Becoming the Richest Man. In 1995, Bill Gates became the richest man in the world. At just 39 years old, he had a net worth of over $12 billion, and it kept growing. By the early 2000s, he had more than $60 billion. But Bill didn't live like a movie star. He had a big house, yes, but he preferred quiet dinners, family time, and reading books. He read about science, politics, and health. The more he read, the more he saw the problems the world faced: poverty, disease, lack of education. He started to ask a different kind of question. How can I use my money to help people? This question led him to a new chapter in his life. Chapter 7: A New Mission: Giving Back. In 2000, Bill and his wife Melinda started the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They committed to improving lives around the world. The foundation focused on three main goals: global health, education, and reducing poverty. They worked on eradicating diseases like malaria and polio, funding vaccine programs, and improving sanitation in poor communities. In the U.S., they supported better schools and college scholarships. Bill brought his tech mindset to charity work. He believed in data, results, and transparency. He wanted to fund programs that worked and learn from those that didn't. Over time, the foundation gave away tens of billions of dollars. It became one of the most powerful charitable organizations in the world. Chapter 8: Still Learning, Still Giving. After stepping down from day-to-day operations at Microsoft in 2008, Bill focused full-time on philanthropy. But he never stopped learning. He read over 50 books a year, attended conferences, and met with experts in science and policy. He also started sharing his thoughts through blogs, interviews, and documentaries. In recent years, he has talked a lot about climate change, pandemics, and the power of innovation. When COVID-19 began spreading, Bill had already warned about global pandemics years earlier. His foundation invested in vaccine research and worked to make vaccines available to poor countries. Even after his divorce from Melinda in 2021, they continued working together on the foundation. Bill's focus remains on long-term impact. Chapter 9. Lessons from Bill Gates. Bill Gates's journey offers many lessons. Stay curious. His love of learning opened every door in his life. Take bold risks. Dropping out of Harvard was not easy, but it led to Microsoft. Be persistent. Even when products failed, he kept improving them. Think long-term. Bill always looked 5 or 10 years ahead. Give generously. He believes that wealth is most meaningful when shared. He once said, "Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose." Bill learned from both success and failure. He believes that progress comes from constant effort and honest feedback. Chapter 10. The Legacy of a Visionary. Today, Bill Gates is no longer just known as the co-founder of Microsoft. He is recognized as one of the most influential humanitarians of our time. His life's work has impacted billions of people through technology, healthcare, education, and climate action. He still believes that the future can be better. He supports young entrepreneurs, listens to scientists, and funds innovations that could solve the world's biggest problems. Bill Gates reminds us that no dream is too big. Whether you start in a small school in Seattle or in a village anywhere in the world, with curiosity, courage, and compassion, you can change the future. Thanks for watching. Take action today, not tomorrow. Press subscribe and let's keep learning together. You're doing great. See you in the next one. Stay strong.